Welcome back to my Colorado Mountain Garden. And today I pulled up some of the garlic that I have. This is about half of the bed that's behind my little greenhouse. Can't remember if I have a video out there yet of where I plant the garlic. But this year was a tough year for me on garlic. I did lose a lot. The winter was not very wet, and it maybe I didn't get enough water on it over the winter. I don't know. Some varieties that I tried were from a friend that I had never tried them before, but I had one total failure in one of the troughs, and half of another bed was gone. So, anyways, just want to remind you, if you like my videos and everything like that, we all have failures, so I'm telling you mine. This is the Duganski variety. That's Duganski. And this isn't new to me. These bulbs right here are what I would consider medium bulbs. And I still don't think they're quite big enough. There might be a couple that are big enough for planting stock, but for the most part, this is going to be all eating garlic. I kind of have them out in the sun so that the dirt can dry off, and then I just use a soft bristled brush and I take that dirt off, and then they get hung in a garage for about 3 weeks till everything else dries up, and then I put them away for the winter. And I do store mine. I have some small burlap bags I store them in based on variety. But you can see the size of these ones. Now we're going to move over here. This is all still the same variety. And this is what I would consider small bulbs. And again, great for eating, not great for growing. You start out with a little clove, you're not going to get a big bulb. While some of the other ones that are over here might be big enough for planting stock, because I had this, I'm not going to plant this variety again. And most of the stuff that I'm going to plant this year, I'm going back to my roots and the ones that do well, like the Northern White. I do have some Montana Giant. I didn't grow as much of it this year. I thought I had enough stock last year, so I only bought like a half a pound, and then anyhow, needless to say, I'm going back to my roots. I've got some Montana Giants, some giant Russians, or actually giant Germans, and Northern Whites, and there might be a couple new ones, but I'm not going to do a lot of new varieties this year. I'm hoping the winter is nicer to us and that I can get a better harvest next year. I am adding another trough for planting this year. But again, let me try and scroll in here so you can see the, I mean, they're like, especially that one right there. Those ones right in there are pretty decent size, but again, I wasn't happy with it. So, you know, if you find a garlic that grows well for you, don't feel like you have to change every year. Now, I did change, and these were from the garlic store, only because they didn't have the varieties that I wanted. So, you know, the next best thing was buying something that I hadn't grown before. So that's a big deal. If you haven't bought your garlic stock, go get it now. A lot of things are running out if they haven't already run out. Again, I got this from the garlic store. This year, I'm getting most of my stock from Keene Garlic and some from Mad River. But I bought that a long time ago. So I hope you're enjoying the day and don't get frustrated. Sometimes, I mean, this could have done fine if we had had a lot of wet this year. Or I shouldn't say this year, this past winter. But, you know, these are pretty small in my eyes. And since it was new and it didn't do so well, you know, I'm not going to bounce back to this one right away, if at all. I hope you're enjoying your day and happy gardening.